Hey everyone, Eva Thompson here. Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you about the vicious cycle that one can get stuck in when struggling with retroactive jealousy. Because typically what happens is you get a mental movie or you get an intrusive thought about your partner's past and automatically you fight back, especially if you get a strong emotional reaction and your body goes into fight or flight. You try to fight back, you try to prove the thought wrong, you try to logically find examples as to why the past doesn't matter. You might act out a compulsion by asking a question or stalking social media in order to prove the thought wrong or to put your mind at rest. And by doing this, by basically trying to overthink your way out of it, that is the door to the next cage. Because we could sit here for hours and talk about logically why the past does not matter, how your partner has told you that they just want to be with you today, how you know that they don't care about their past anymore and it doesn't matter, but you just don't feel that way when you get triggered, when you get emotionally flooded, when you get the intrusive thoughts and the mental movies. And if you look at this objectively, the thoughts that you are getting about your partner's past are just like any other thought that can come into your mind. We wake up in the morning and we get thousands and thousands of thoughts coming and going every day. The ones that stick are the ones that we give attention to and the ones that we have attached some sort of meaning towards. So by trying to overthink your way out of RJ, by trying to fight the thoughts, prove them wrong, rationalize something, understand something, figure something out, solve something, you are indicating that the thoughts are important enough to fight against. So you are giving them importance by giving them so much attention. And this makes sense because when you get the thought, automatically, for many people, they go into fight or flight. They either shut down or they get anxious, sad, angry, judgmental, all of that. So if you get a thought and it's causing these strong emotions, obviously you want to fight the thought, you want to get rid of the thought, you want to prove the thought wrong. But again, that's the door to the next cage because it doesn't work that way. RJ in itself is not logical. Someone that's never experienced it will tell you, well, it's in the past, why does it bother you? So trying to overthink and solve it and fight the thoughts and prove them wrong using logic is not going to work. You don't need to prove the thoughts wrong in order to be okay. It's more proving to yourself that you are okay than it is proving anything to the thoughts or to anybody else. What I mean by this is the feelings that you get are valid, but the actual thoughts that are causing them are not important. So instead of getting the thought, trying to fight it, trying to rationalize it, trying to prove it wrong, what I encourage you to do is when the thought comes in, remember, the feeling that you're experiencing is valid, that is important, but the actual thought that is causing it is not. The feeling is not going to last forever, it will pass. But I encourage you to do these 3 things when you get an intrusive thought. Number 1, don't be afraid of it. By scrambling to find reasons why it's not true, by fearing the thoughts, by dreading the thoughts, you are just giving them more power. And of course, it's not nice to think about your partner with somebody else. No one would like that. But it doesn't have to cause such fear and such dread, because that is just more emotion piled onto what already exists for you. All the anxiety, the sadness, the anger that is already there. Now, if you add another layer of hating the RJ or fearing the thoughts or dreading them, that is just more emotion, which makes it harder to get out of. The second thing I would recommend is do not dialogue with the thoughts. And I'll read you something that I say to my clients when we are in the beginning stages of getting rid of the RJ. If you get a thought that bothers you, you automatically try to fight back, scrambling to find reasons why it's not true or why it shouldn't bother you. But by trying to prove why the thought is not significant, you are giving it power. You are indicating that this thought is worth fighting against, that it's important enough or serious enough that you need to defend yourself against it. Don't fight it, don't suppress it, do not dialogue with it. Notice it and let it pass. It does not require your attention and energy. So that is also important. Don't fight them, don't dialogue with them. Notice the feeling is valid, the thought is not. What you can do here is breathe, I like box breathing, but there are different techniques out there that I would encourage you to explore and expand your awareness by using your 5 senses. Because what happens is we get triggered, we get flooded, and we go into this rabbit hole. We have this tunnel vision of the only thing I can see, think about, feel are these thoughts and these mental movies. But by shifting your focus to what can you see, what can you taste, what can you smell, what can you feel, you bring yourself back into the present moment. And I will link a video down below that my partner has made on how to relax when you do get triggered. But this is where I would start, guys. This is the cycle that typically people get stuck in. They get the thought, they go into fight or flight, they try to fight the thought, either by acting out compulsions or by ruminating and trying to prove the thought wrong. Remember, you will never overthink your way out of this. It's not to do with that one small thing that you're going to find that's going to put your mind to rest, or that one thing that your partner can tell you that's going to put your mind to rest. The feeling is valid, the thought is not. The feeling will pass. So if you can allow yourself to sit with it, that's what I would recommend. Don't fight the thoughts, don't dialogue with them. That is just making them more powerful. Breathe, expand your awareness, try to bring yourself back to the present moment, and practice this, because it's not going to happen straight away. And what I say to people is, if you find that you're doing this and the emotional reaction is just so strong and it's not working, that's when I would seek help. Because for some people, the emotional reaction is not that strong, and they can go throughout life using meditation, using breathing techniques, using facts that they found out either in books or wherever, and they can cope with the RJ, as in it's not something that massively affects them or their relationship. But if you are someone that experiences RJ and the emotional reaction is just so strong, that's where I would recommend getting help, because that's when I think it's important to look at, okay, what is the meaning you've attached to this thought that is bringing up this intense emotional reaction? What do you have to look at, heal, and work on in order for the thought to come in, and for your mind to not send a message to your body that this is such a problem where you feel these intense emotions, whether it's, again, anxiety, anger, sadness, disgust, judgment, or all of the above. So I hope this video helped you. If you do want to seek help, we offer help to the RJ sufferer, the partner, and the couple as a whole, and we can talk to you more about that in a discovery call, which you can book using the link down in the comment section or in the description. Again, all in all, I hope this video helped you. Let me know if you've got any questions, and I will see you next time. Take care.